That was great. Wow. Thank you.
How are
I'm
you?
good. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on and coming to chat with me this evening. How are you? I'm super
Hey, I'm
excited.
good. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just, this is my first podcast, so I'm very, yeah.
Yay! I gotta give applause for that. Hold on, I gotta give my applause.
Okay.
But other than that, first podcast. I know you're not a first at modeling. As y'all see, y'all saw him run the walkway, right?
Come on. Come on, stop it. Stop it.
Oh my gosh, you did that was like professional. So
Yeah.
was that the Vogue runway? I know my background got Vogue runway.
Yeah,
Tell
so
me about that.
That was the Willie Chavera show. So he's like the VP of design or like senior design at Calvin Klein. So yeah, that was a pretty big show. And me going into the industry, like, and then that happening, it was just a blessing, So yeah.
Yeah, and I know we're gonna jump into all of that, but when I saw it, I was like,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So for the viewers, and we don't have to go too detailed, but tell me, how did we meet?
So me, I'm new to Atlanta, so I was looking for a dentist in the area, and I put it in my map, and honestly, that one was the wrong one. Like, I was supposed to get a closer one. Yeah, that's great, but I don't think accidents happen. So yeah, like, I put it in the map, and then it said it was a farther one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go over there, see what's up. So I go over there, and like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what to call it, but
your lead dental assistant, you were my patient.
Yeah. And then when we started talking, we just connected, and I just, the vibe, how we were communicating and what we were talking about, it was just amazing. And then, you introduced, that you had a podcast. And I was like, I'd love to be on there. I'd love to, make an appearance. And so, yeah.
And that was what, Thursday? And it's now what? Sunday. So thank you. You jumped on. I've asked several people to come on and support.
Yeah.
There's no biggie. I know people are busy. So for you to take the time and come and talk to me and come and have a conversation for my viewers, I really appreciate that.
I got you. You showed love, I got to show love back. So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump into your topic. Being secure in your own skin.
Yeah. Wow. So that is a touchy topic for sure, because it's like, even when you asked me, about that, it was just like, that's not a question a lot of people dive into. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. So being secure in your own skin, it was a journey for me.
It's a journey, and we're gonna get into it. So the quote I put about being secure in your skin. Being secure in your own skin means accepting who you are, both the desirable parts and not so favorable. No matter what anyone else says about you, you are secure enough to know who you are, and you know that other people's opinions are not a credible source of validation.
Yep. That's
like
amazing.
That?
Yeah, I love that. Wow. Where'd you get that from? That was a nice one.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a great quote. And I just like how I said, you be comfortable. Like, it's not dependent on what outside says. So yeah.
So let's jump.
All right.
First question: how secure are you in your own skin, and how did you achieve that?
Oh, okay. So me, as of right now, today, I could say 100%, maybe 150% secure, like, in my own skin. And this wasn't really like, the easiest journey to get to this point. Because, growing up, this wasn't the typical, most attractive look, I guess, per se, like in society,
Wow.
Where I was from, you get what I'm saying? So I grew up in Texas, in a smaller town. So it was like, it wasn't too many people that looked like me. But yeah, so like the beauty standard there was not, my skin or my look. So yeah, getting comfortable. Yeah. So getting comfortable in that, like, took a little while, it was for sure after, like, I got out of the grade school. So like out of high school, I jumped into college, and, I was fighting with that, I was fighting with, who I am and who other people see me as. And like, just fighting with how I viewed myself, growing up with all the, the little bullies, the
So
little
you did get
words.
ridicule. You did get the
Yeah,
ridicule.
definitely, most definitely. And it unfortunately, because of that, it forced me to grow up early. I was, more aware real early. So I just seen how, people treat you, and it really doesn't, it's not limited to, age. It's not limited to, people, it's anybody could treat you, away because, so I just real early learned that, I got to be secure in myself. Even sometimes I remember being a kid, and I remember like when everybody would like say things about my skin and stuff like that. I went home one day and I was like, you know what? Like, what is it? So I was just looking in the mirror, and I was like, you know what? Your nose is not that ugly. Do you get what I'm saying? Like your eyes are not that bad. Your mouth, it's not, your forehead is not too big. So I really don't know what it is. So I just started like, seeing that they're actually, just hating on my skin color. You get what I'm saying? After I established that real early on, it was real easy for me to like, not listen to that no more. I was just like, oh, it's not even, you're not even talking about me. You're just talking about, something that you're dealing with internally.
Ooh, that's it.
Yeah, you're just projecting, what's going on inside, outside. So I just had to detach myself from that. But detaching myself from that didn't mean that I grew in that confidence. Do you get what I'm saying? I just detached it, I put it on for a later date. So like, yeah, that was tough. So jumping into college, I remember I was fighting with that, because now it's like, okay, instead of speaking to people and your trauma response is just being nice, trying to be liked in a different way.
Right.
Like, step into, who you are, step into, your confidence, understanding that, yeah, you are who you think you are. Do you get what I'm saying? And that, I fought with that for a little bit. But then when I started being around people that actually love me for me,
that's it.
Yeah, it gave me the courage, it gave me the strength. And just like meeting people like you, that just like, are just open and just, willing to tell me that, that you love my skin. Do you get what I'm saying? It just gave me the confidence to start stepping in that. And then when I did modeling, and just meeting different people, it just, it helped me step into that more and more. So yeah, that's just a little bit of how I got here today. So
yay, I applaud you looking in the mirror and telling yourself, like they tell you are beautiful, Mary J. Blige song, Good Morning Gorgeous, like talking to yourself, giving yourself that positivity and trying to tune out, because it's very hard these days. People are cruel. Children are cruel,
very, very. And it's like people like don't really look at that, but kids they're, and it's unfortunately trickles down, down from the household or like their community and how they view, because it really didn't start with me in elementary. Do you get what I'm saying? Elementary kids are not really looking like that, or like, thinking that skin color was really something that was, so different. But it started in like middle school and like high school, when like, I guess they started adopting what people around them were thinking. So
yeah, I'm telling you, we can go on about children being cool, but so on to my next question. America is a long way from being colorblind, and unfortunately, our community isn't blind to our own skin tone differences. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, can you run that back? I don't know. I just sorry.
America is a long way from being colorblind, and unfortunately, our community isn't blind to our own skin differences too. Like, how we can suffer racism within our own race. Race, like I'm not racist, but the fact that how we met, and I was like, wow, and I'm black, but it was so like, my boyfriend was like, really? But I'm like, no, I don't see that a lot. Like you see dark skin, fair skin. You're in Atlanta, everybody's bleaching their skin. Exactly. Not everybody. I mean, I say that.
Yeah.
But when you came in, and I was like, wow, do you get that like colorblind, like from your own race?
So what's insane about that? I'm glad you asked that, because you just keep asking questions that a lot of people don't ask. And so talking about that, a lot of people are, not, I don't know the word to say. I wouldn't say ignorant to that side, but they just don't, think about that at all. They think that just because we're all black, we're all on the same team. And in reality, it's not like that. So, like growing up, you know what I'm saying? And like being around so many different Black people, like Africans, you know, different African cultures, different Black cultures. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I jumped around a little bit, you know, because I'm not necessarily from America, but I'm from America. You get what I'm saying? Because I grew up here since like 2000. So it's like, it was different. Yeah, so I've been here for a little while, but adopting the culture here and then people treating me as like I'm not from here, it's crazy, you know? It's
you speak
weird.
very well. You cannot tell, like you speak very well.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so like with me, once I realized that the racism doesn't, or like the, you know, the colorism doesn't really stop with, oh, you're white and Black. It could go into, you know, I'm African American and you're African. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like that,
Right.
that right there, you know, there's tension. And then even in the Africans, you get what I'm saying? It could be, you know, I'm this type of African and you're that. And it's like, once I realized, yeah. And once, yeah, because it's like, I started realizing, you know, that a lot of times people don't really elevate themselves until they step on somebody. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, they don't feel like they can elevate themselves without stepping on somebody. So it's like, as long as somebody else is under me, you know, I'm okay. So it's like, once the racism was like hitting and like the colorism and things like that, and it went to white and Black, it was like, at least I'm not this Black, you know, at least I'm not this, you get what I'm saying? And it's like, I had to deal with being at that bottom, do you get what I'm saying? Because what can I say? Like, who am I going to, do you get what I'm saying? Who am I going to step on?
That's so deep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so deep. Like, wow.
Yeah, and it was tough, do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, seeing that and then actually just seeing the people that are, you know, I wouldn't say above me, but like in that area where they could step on me and they didn't, I just started seeing people's hearts for who they are. You know, I started appreciating who people actually are and like who actually is like for me and not like just stepping on me to be somewhere. So yeah, like it still exists. It still exists today for sure. Like all that, you know, the tension, but I feel like it's dissipating. It's like getting better, but yeah.
It can be an illusion because it just seems like, and I've seen it in all races where they're same races are like same race is racist against their own self.
It's insane.
A lot.
It's insane. It's insane. And it's like, it's unfortunate because it's like, when are we going to elevate? Do you get what I'm saying? We all want to elevate. And it's like, if we're always stepping on somebody, you know, you're doing the same thing that somebody else is doing to you. You know? So we need to elevate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, elevate. I like that. Thank you for answering that. Thank you.
Yeah.
The brown paper bag test. Now, I know you're young, but at the same time, have you ever heard that terminology? So back in the 1900s during slavery and really up until in the 60s, they did a brown paper bag where they put a little brown paper, you know, a lunch sack, you know, the brown paper bag up to your face. And if you were that color or lighter, you were able to go in places. If you were darker than the brown paper bag, you were not allowed to go in certain places. So
I did not. Yeah, I'm failing.
You
know, I'm so what's the question? Like, what I passed?
No, it's just a statement. I'm just get into it, but you're not familiar with it, so
yeah. But I when you said that, you know, it brought a memory to me because I remember when I was younger. I remember I was in church, and we were talking about just skin colors and things like that, and this was really encouraging to me. Like, and they had like a little, you know, Caucasian boy. He went up, and they're like, you know, they call you white. But hold your hand up against this whiteboard and see if you're white. You get what I'm saying? He held his hand up and he wasn't white. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you're calling him white and he's not actually even white. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm thankful that they didn't call me up at that time because I had like, you know, extreme social anxiety. Like I was just, you know, I had anxiety, you know, because of like just how much people like, you know, push their things on me. But I hid that with like, you know, my personality and things like that. But I just didn't like being, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like being in the spotlight. So I'm glad they didn't tell me to go up there, but I looked to the left and there's a blackboard and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, bruh, I'm not Black. I don't know why people tell me I'm Black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, at that point I was like, yeah, y'all are just gonna say whatever y'all want to say. So I was just, yeah. I'm if anything, I see my pictures and be like, I'm just an extra chocolate brown. You know, I'm
There you
extra.
go. Extra chocolate. There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad I was able to talk about it. It was more so just asking you about how your thoughts on the brown paper bag test, but at the same time, you didn't know anything about it. But yeah, that was real. They really did.
Yeah, and like even I'm so thankful. Do you get what I'm saying? To be able to live in a time that is not as extreme as that. You know, 'cause I see what happened here. Do you get what I'm saying? I see, you know, the ripple effect of what happened here, you know, and it's like that's why a lot of times I really don't blame when I get, you know, ridiculed, things like, because I'm like 10 years, 15, 30 years ago, it was 100 times worse than this. So I'm even thankful to be in this time, do you get what I'm saying, and be able to even speak about it, to be able to even, you know, so yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
From then to now, we've had waves of Black is beautiful, but it hasn't been sustainable. It's been seasonal, so much so that it's been coined into phases of it's light skin season, but dark is in this year. Season true. What are your thoughts on that?
Wow.
You heard that on social media.
Funny. Yeah.
Light skin dudes are out. Yeah. Oh, dark is that. You know what I mean?
And what's crazy is that, you know, like I remember the light skin phase was when I was in high school. So everybody was on light skinned, you know, this and that. Even, you know, you take pictures and you squint your eyes a little, they can be light skinned, you know. And it's like, that's something, even me, I don't open my eyes the most, you know. So it's like when I took pictures, you know, people were like, oh, you trying to be light skinned this and that. I'm like, man, stop that. So it's like those phases are crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like now it's the dark skin area. The dark skin, you know, everybody wants a dark skin, 6'5", you know, he got locks, you know, whatever. So it's like those phases are funny to me, you know.
Silly, right? But
yeah,
it's true because it was a season where light skinned guys were really playing out.
Yes,
Are you serious?
If you weren't light skinned, you weren't, and that was if you weren't light skinned, you weren't getting no looks, you weren't getting no girls, you weren't getting no, you know, not even a high, a hug, nothing. So yeah, but now it's like, you know, you can't, I don't know. It's just the seasonal things are funny. You get what I'm saying?
They're very funny. But to some people it's real. And I just thought I'd bring it up because it's like ridiculous.
It's so crazy. It's actually crazy. And it's even like, I don't know if it's as worse because, like, you know, we're in two different age groups. So I don't know if it's as bad up there as it is down here, but it's horrible. It's horrible.
So it's us. And, you know, I'm 44 going on 24, but I don't let my kids say that. They'd be like, Mom.
Yeah, no, you do not. Oh my gosh. Yeah, your skin. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
14 layers. I'm about to do a advertisement for Estee Lauder.
Yeah.
Layers. No, it's 12 today, so I'm dropping lower and lower. 12 layers.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right. How has this season of BS we've perpetuated affected your life? Like we just talked about, but how does it affect your life, or you just sit back and laugh? And
no, it affects my life. It for sure affects my life because like now, because I didn't really realize it was seasons. I thought that's how it's gonna be forever. I thought really people were just gonna love light skins forever. I thought that was like, you know, the peak. You know, if you were light skinned, had curly hair, this and that, you know, that's the peak. That's where you know, that's where you're supposed to be. Do you get what I'm saying? And this shift, it wasn't expected. Do you get what I'm saying? Luckily, God kept me in the right mind to be able to, to be like, you know, to accept it and, you know, transition, you know, understanding that this is just seasonal. But a lot of people are stuck in that mindset, you know, jumping with the seasons. And like, I just had to, you know, like, I don't know. It was hard transition. It wasn't that easy transitioning like my mind from thinking that that's the top to there's actually no top and you are the top. Do you get what I'm saying? Like who you are and how confident you are, that's the top. It has nothing to do with a skin color, has nothing to do with the, you know, it's just how confident you are in your skin and how you work that. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
you're right.
Yeah, it was tough. It's still tough today because a lot of people like even fetish it. Like it's almost like they look at it seasonal still, and I'm like, I don't agree with that, you know, like if you're just telling me that I'm, you know, attractive or you love me or whatever because of my skin and it's the season, I'm not with it, you know, because I can see it in your eyes, you know, I can see that you've never spoken to somebody about this before. This is the only season you've ever spoke to somebody about this. So
Wow.
yeah, and I could tell, like, you know, because it's like it's evident in your conversation, you know, and evident in how you speak to me. So
So
yeah,
you do the discernment, I reading too.
I could tell this is the first time you ever spoke to somebody like this. So it's like, yeah.
Okay. Without being judgmental, do you see black in tones? Like skin tones, like do you see, or you just see black is black, white is white, this, that? Do you see?
No, I see black in tones, and I feel like, you know, honestly, the more we realize we're different, you know, the easier it'll be. You know, like it's not one skin tone of black. You get what I'm saying? It's not even a positive or negative thing, really. Like it's just, you know, we're just black. We're beautiful. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
White, you know, white is beautiful in its own way. You know, there's so much white. So in reality, you know, we just need to just look. There's different skin tones. Just chill out. Just love. There's different skin tones. Just love. That's love. So yeah.
Because of your skin tone, have you been judged or criticized by blacks or whites? Well, we kind of touched on that, so I'm gonna jump on to with regards to dating. Let's get juicy. Have you been approached by non-blacks?
Yeah.
Finish the question. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Have you been approached by non-blacks that have been attracted to you because of your skin tone?
Yeah, I have. And it's more now than in the past. But yeah, I've been attracted. Like it's like, yeah, they are attracted to the skin tone. And I feel like I said, you know, I have a little discernment with like, what are you attracted to? My skin tone, me, or like, and it's like I kind of. It's not that I stray away, but I'm aware, like of those, you know, those people that are trying to just fetish me or this and that. And it's like at the same time, I just take every situation by the situation. You know, ultimately, it's up to me if I want to pursue that or not. So I just, you know, but yeah, they do approach me.
But they like what? Give me a situation like what? So you know, you're like, okay, girl, I see you. And you
okay, so like. You know, I'll say, you know, cause I'll say the recent ones, you know, cause I work retail right now.
Okay.
And like a lot of, you know, older women or like a lot of, you know, what like just talk to me a little comfortable, you know, a lot like comfortable, very comfortable.
Okay.
And they'll try to get my information, you know, try to get my socials and things like that.
What?
But yeah, so I don't really push it after that. And it's like, especially because I'm in retail. It's like I'm cornered, you know, I really can't, it's not that I can't say no, I can't say no, but they know where I work, you know, so they know where I work. And it's like, if I do, you know, do that, you get what I'm saying, I could just change the energy. So I usually just give my social out. But it's like, yeah, I just usually end it at that, you know, I don't allow it to get further than that. But yeah, it's just, I see it in the eyes.
Not to cut you off, social, I'm confused. So as far as dating, like women come at you and ask for your social, like how do you know when a woman's kind of like you said, just because he's dark skinned?
Yeah, it's like they just keep talking about it, you know, they just keep talking about it. And at the same time, it's like, it's not like, it'll be different if like they're talking to me, do you get what I'm saying? But it's almost like they're talking to my skin tone, you know, they're talking to, and it's like, I'm like, you're not even talking to me. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like you're talking to, I really don't know what you see. You don't even know who I am. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's like immediately you want me. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I don't really know about that. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Wow, like aggressive. But these women are down here are in Atlanta. Some of them are very aggressive. So you got to watch out for that. You're probably like, it's all good. I got it.
Yeah.
And have blacks you've been attracted to rejected you because of your skin tone?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Really? How did that happen? Tell me about that.
So yeah, like I'll say in the past, you know, they rejected me because, you know, first of all, you know, I wasn't really the typical, because people, they'll say they like dark skins, you know, and you probably don't get darker than me. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, they'll say they like dark skins, but what they're really saying is they like, you know, the other, you know, the other dark skin, like, I say you're a lighter skin tone and like chocolate, you know, and that's what they want. So you get what I'm saying? So it's like, when I approach people, it's like, they're like, dang, you know, like they want a little lighter. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like,
what do they say? Like, how's the conversation? Like, what do they say?
a lot of times,
you know,
a lot of times I'll just get shut out, you know, and it's not even like, it's not like, let me think of a specific situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, say I was, yeah, so say I was like, you know, pursuing somebody, like in high school. I remember I was going after a girl,
Okay.
and like she was on the track team or whatever. But the thing is, there was another guy going after her too. He was, you know, we're both doing the same thing. We're both play basketball and things like that.
Okay. Okay.
But like with that guy, he was like dark skinned, but not my dark skin. He was a different dark skin. Like when I was communicating with her, she was like, it was almost like she was showing interest, but it was like she was leading me along. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I just seen like the way she treated me and the way she treated him was real different. And it was like, it was almost like I was the friend, you know, and it was like I was the funny one, I was the this,
she
I was
friend zoned you.
Yeah, she friend zoned me. And it's like at the same time, it's like you didn't have to do that. You could have told me that from the jump. You get what I'm saying? You didn't have to friend zone me. You could have really just said, you know, you're not interested that way. But it's like string me along. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like it sucked, and it's like usually that's what happens. Like when I try to, you know, talk to blacks or like anybody that's, you know, our culture. Do you get what I'm saying? Like not Caucasian, our, you know. So it's just yeah. But what's crazy is that like because of that, I just kind of like, you know, step back from that.
Really?
Like, yeah, I stepped back from pursuing people. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna work on my confidence. I'm gonna work on my, you know, my look. I'm gonna work on, and that's, you know, that's why even me doing modeling, I'm real happy doing that because it's like I've been working on myself. You know, like removing the things inside of me, the way I think about myself. And it's like now it's like they're just coming towards me, and it's like now I just
it's like, hey,
yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yay. Are you interested in interracial relations? Why or why not?
I think maybe a few years ago I'd say yes. But I don't know. Now I don't think so because I feel like unless and it's not nothing to like, you know, interracial relationships, but I feel like it's a lot of learning that would go on about like why I act a certain way or like why I think about things a certain way, or why I approach the world in a certain way. And I feel like I'd have to teach that almost. You get what I'm saying? And it's like I don't feel like doing that. I feel like being with somebody that just understands. You get what I'm saying? You understand why I'm acting a certain way. You understand why maybe sometimes we have to, you know, leave a situation or you know, my mood changes because maybe a look or something, you know, and it's like you understand why. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I just like those unspoken rules that, you know, I don't feel like teaching. So
but what would be the difference between now and then later with dating someone outside your race?
What do you mean now later?
So you're saying you're not into the interracial? I thought you said
and by interracial I kind of broke it down into like, I don't know, me and like somebody that is not black at all. But I feel like I'm open to like if you're, you know what I'm saying, black, you know, and it's like if you're a different culture than me, like if you're from a different tribe, you know, if you're from a different country in Africa, I'm open to all that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is interracial. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you just kind of said, I was like, you kind of hit me with, okay, I got you.
That is interracial, but I just feel like, you know, having to teach somebody, you know, why, you know, I struggle with certain things or like I'm growing in certain areas. I don't feel like doing that, you know. I don't feel like doing that. So if I was to pursue somebody like, I don't know, I'd say like, you know, Caucasian or like, you know, but like that doesn't understand my struggle, I'd hope that I don't have to teach you why, you know, or like those unspoken rules. I hope that you grew up in an area where like you've seen that or like, you know.
So you are open to dating Caucasians and
yeah, I'm open to it, but yeah, I just don't want to feel fetish or like, you know, I don't want to feel, you know, like anything like that. So yeah.
I know that fetish, you know, that once you go black, you never go back. And all that.
That, you know, that's seasonal. I don't want to be seasonal. I don't want you to wake up one day and be like, I want, you know. So
right. Good for you. Thank you for getting transparent. You know, I don't
Yeah,
want. I like going deep, but at the same time, I want you to be comfortable because this is an uncomfortable situation for some people to
it
talk
is.
about.
Yeah,
So I'm digging, but at the same time, allowing you to be yourself and answer
yeah.
how you feel comfortable. Thank you so much,
No
G.
problem. No problem.
With regards to being a model, how has your complexion hurt or
Ooh,
helped you?
okay. Oh, I just kicked my camera. Sorry. But yeah, so with modeling, it's helped so much. I'd say it's almost like a. I don't want to even. It's like it's so good. You know, it's so great.
Okay.
Especially if I'm comfortable in it now. And it's like in different areas. You know, your skin tone has different. Like there's different reactions. So like in Texas, my skin tone, I walk around. And it's like, oh, you're different. You know what I'm saying? Like you look different. You
Mm,
know, and it's like those are the type of stares I'd get. Um,
mm,
in like New York where I'm signed, when I walk around, it turned into like an intrigue. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like they're
mm,
intrigued. It's like interested, you know, and
mhm.
intrigue could go both ways, but it's like
Right,
I still get those stares, you know. And it's like
right,
in Atlanta, it's like it's even different in Atlanta. It's like it's not an intrigue. It's not. It's like a love, you know. Like in Atlanta, it's like the love, you know. It's
right.
like they love it. So it's so different, you know, going into different areas and feeling different type of stairs. You get what I'm saying, and how to navigate around that. So like in modeling, in aspects of like modeling, I haven't really done anything in Atlanta, but I know that once I start doing things in Atlanta,
Oh
uh,
man.
oh, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be fun. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
People really do love my type of skin tone. It's like it's a different, you know, it's a different type of feeling that I'm getting. And then in New York, the intrigue helps because you know when I go to castings and things like that, people are like, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna see somebody that looks like him again." You know, I don't think that,
Right.
you know, I can have 100 castings. This is probably the only time I see somebody that looks like him. So it's like that just, you know, it
It
helps.
works
Like
for you. It
it
helps you.
works. It works. Yeah. And I just have to really go into the casting confident, and just put my best foot forward. And I put my best foot forward. Be real personable because I love meeting people, and I feel like that helps with me too. Um,
Yes.
so I love speaking with people, and I feel like, you know, it just gives me, it helps, you know, it helps being a different look. So yeah,
I love it. I guess you can say I was intrigued because I've never seen, someone your complexion,
yeah, yeah.
and the skin was just flawless. And I'm sitting up here like, "Oh, you
Thank you,
saw me." I was like,
thank you.
I got
Yeah,
to get you on my show. And you were
thank
like a patient. And I'm like, we'll talk
yeah,
about you later. Like, we need to do this. And I see you, like, I
yeah.
am going to look back in this show, I'm going to be like, I had him on my show. You know what I mean?
Thank you, thank
And
you.
you're going to blow up because you got it. I mean,
Thank
you
you. I
got
really
it.
appreciate that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really appreciate that. And it's like the love that I really get in Atlanta. I don't know. I don't want it to look like I take it for granted because a lot of people even they're like, "Oh, do you get that a lot?" I think you even asked me like, "Do I get that a lot?" And it's in reality, I do get that here a lot, but it's like I don't take it for granted. Like that's something that it's like, oh, you know, it's helping me, you know, my confidence. It's helping me boost. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate that. You know, so
Absolutely. But
yeah,
we also talked about people coming and not meaning no good either
yeah,
in
yeah,
Atlanta. Just be careful with
yeah.
that because there's haters everywhere,
Mhm,
but it's a different type of hate here in Atlanta.
mhm,
It's like
mhm.
I can hate on you and talk shit about you over here to my friends.
Yeah,
I might put up a post, but people are losing their lives off of
yeah.
people hating on
Unfortunately,
them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And not to say anything, but
yeah.
just you got to be smart. I know what part of Texas are you from? I'm sure this happens
Um, I
everywhere.
Yeah, I grew up in Amarillo, Texas. I was in Houston, Texas for like 5 years, and I grew up in Amarillo, and then went to San Antonio for like 5 years. So
Okay,
yes,
and
I'm from like yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean? I just wish only but words of encouragement and positivity, but we also have to talk about people who don't
yeah,
want to see that.
yeah, yeah,
They're dealing with whatever makes them miserable and what's going on
exactly,
inside them, and they take it out on other people. So with
exactly.
you being here and being new, just keep your eyes open.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
pretty smart,
yeah.
well spoken, and I see nothing but you going up from here.
Thank you. I
Seriously.
appreciate that so much. You know, thank you,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How old did you get? How old were you? Did you get into what? Oh, I'm all. Let me just How old when you started modeling? I'm still new at this, y'all.
You're good.
I'm
You're
just
good. You're doing
clicking
great.
away.
You're doing great. I'm enjoying it.
How old were you when you started modeling?
Okay. Could you take a guess? How do you think I was? Because I'm 22 right now. I'm 22.
Right. That's what I'm doing the math in my head. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say 12.
Okay. Well, you weren't too far off.
Okay.
I started modeling last November.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I only shot at 12 because I'm like, let me. I'm doing that reverse in my head, like you don't say this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like the end of last November. Yeah, so it's like it's real recent, and that just it helped moving cities because when you're in your hometown, it's not that because there's haters and people that love you everywhere, but it's like that perspective boost. You'll never get it if you stay in your town. So I moved out of my town. You get what I'm saying? It's like that perspective boost that just seeing the world in a different light. It helped my confidence. It helped me seeing the world is actually a world. It's not like the community I'm in. So going there to San Antonio and going to school there, it just helped open my eyes up. And I did a fashion show there. That I was looking to do when I was like a freshman, sophomore, but I was real nervous. I was so nervous. But junior or senior year, it was like, because it's confusing with like engineering. That's what I went to college for, engineering.
Okay.
It was just real, it was real. Thank you. It was real, confused. Let me, I don't know why, I just got stuck. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I did a fashion show. And after that fashion show, a lot of people were like, oh, you should do runway. You should do this, and a couple of the stylists that I was working with, they just encouraged me to take it serious.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? I will. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why I don't even want to, but this is something that I could take, maybe serious, maybe. So I just started working on it, doing a couple pictures. And then, I applied to agencies and I got signed in February. Yeah. So after I got signed, like, yeah, thank you. So after I got signed, we did like shoots and things like that. Then I went on Vogue Runway with Willie Chavera. That was real fun. And yeah, it's just
you nailed it. I said starting. Yeah. That's why I said 12. I'm like that walk, that look, that that serious look.
Yeah.
When you walk, you have it.
Thank you.
You got it. That's Vogue all day long. I love and I respect Vogue, and you are Vogue.
Thank you.
I mean that in the most respect.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, I've just started. I just started. But yeah, it's been fun, and I'm ready to see where I go with this because this is the beginning. And I'm excited to see where it goes. So
I am too, and I'm telling them to hold on to this interview, and I'm gonna say I saw it.
Thank you.
So what are your plans as a model, young man in life? Is modeling just a means to pay bills, or are you into the industry from all angles?
So like just basically like what's my plans with this? Like okay.
Do you pay the bills, or this is you feel it in your bones, your blood, you know what I mean? Like entertaining people is in my blood.
That's a good question. Honestly, yeah, I feel it, like I feel it in my bones, I feel it in my blood, like you say. And it isn't for the money. Because even when I was doing it, it wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this because I want to get paid. I want to do this. I really didn't even, it was just so fun for me. And it just kept getting more and more fun. And it's just a way to express myself. Because a lot of people, tell me that even when they just look in my eyes, do you get what I'm saying? They could just see what I've been through. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and it's like the confidence and like how I walk, and it's like, even in the pictures that I take, you could just see a story. Do you get what I'm saying? Without even me speaking. And I feel like, modeling is just a way for me to express myself in a way that I don't have to really even speak. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just real exciting for me to do that. I'm even thinking about getting into like acting maybe and things like that. So I want to do like more, I want to do industry things. And yeah, it's not about the money. It really is not about the money. And yeah, so right now as a young man, I'm just doing that, and I feel like the money will follow. The money will follow that. The money will follow my other ambitions. Like I'm trying to maybe pursue YouTube. I'm trying to pursue
Absolutely.
other things, and I feel like the money will follow as long as you're fixing yourself inside. Like outside will reflect what you've been doing inside. So yeah,
Absolutely. That's funny you mentioned emotional when someone sees you. Like you
yeah,
saw me, I was a hotmess.com. I was like, I saw your struggle and I don't even know you. But
yeah,
it was a discernment, like you got a story.
yeah,
Like you coming in and you were wearing your confidence
yeah,
so well. I mean,
so much.
I'm gonna be honest with myself, I have very good self-esteem, but at the same time, man, you
Thank
walked out of there. I even saw when you walked off, you had the little model. I said, get out his way.
thank you.
You just reek
Yeah,
model. And I don't say that a lot because everybody thinks they a model. Everybody, I look good. No, it's not even about looking good.
Yeah.
You reek of a model.
Thank you. That gave me chills. Thank you.
So happy
I
that
appreciate that.
you are here in Atlanta because my dad, I'm an Army military brat. I traveled, seen the world too. Culture. I actually stayed in Killeen, Texas for about a year. Then we moved here, and it seems like my dad said that was the best move ever because in Atlanta you're able to have something, do something with your life, and opportunities are here. It's a little harder now because of these, younger folks, and they're making it, they're setting the bar a little higher. But I tell my kids, just keep going. I don't care how high that bar is, just keep going. Don't get distracted.
Keep going. And it's like if you're aiming for the stars and fall on the moon, that's a good place to land.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I love that.
Yeah. I love it. I'm so thankful, we met because, I don't believe in accidents. You know what I'm saying? It's like
the universe, let me tell you, you're not the only one. I got another guest, a couple of days that were on. They have 1 million followers and talking about monetizing. So I'm super excited. Like the universe, I'm just in position to meet different people.
Mm-hmm. And it's like accidents. There's no such thing as accidents. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's
I love it. So what's next for you, Garang?
Okay.
Is that right? Garang.
Yeah, Garang. Yeah, you got it. So for me, what's next is, coming to Atlanta was just I wouldn't say on a whim, but I was, looking for my next steps in my life, after going and doing what I did in New York. It's hard to come back and see life the same. You get what I'm saying? So I just was looking for what's next, you know what I'm saying? And I was going through a little, some rough things, not just some roadblocks, you get what I'm saying? Just some roadblocks. That, it kind of had me take a little pause on the modeling, and really just look at what I'm doing with my life, you get what I'm saying? So I just decided to come to Atlanta, and coming to Atlanta, it was just a decision that I didn't even know what to expect. But I feel like after being here and meeting people and seeing, how the community treats me, do you get what I'm saying? This is a place that, is going to help me take my next steps in the future. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Wherever I'm, going, do you get what I'm saying? So I just feel like next up for me is just, pursuing this, wholeheartedly. And then at the same time, connecting with people and learning about people, and just learning about myself a little more, and seeing just what else I could do, how much can I stretch myself in how many different areas. So I'm just
22. You got it together. I love it. I love it. You stay focused. Congrats to your parents.
Yeah, no. Shout out mom, shout out dad, because y'all, y'all did it.
They did a great job. Great job. Absolutely. Because you don't hear that. You don't hear, you just, I'm not gonna go there, but I
hear you. Yeah.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna jump into our TikTok.
Oh damn! Let me get a light. Oh, I'm white. Girl. Hey, mama! Mama! Check my credit! You ain't got shit to check. Just check it. I'm white now. Don't ask no questions. If that changed, oh no, we could, baby. God still bless me. But mama, check it. Girl, we finna get a mansion.
I
No.
seen that filter. I seen
You
that
seen
filter
it?
before.
You seen-
Yeah.
You think that crazy?
Yeah.
How? I mean, what the hell?
No, for real. Like what?
And these girls are like on here, and that's gonna.
Yeah. It's gonna mess up some things.
TikTok, I swear, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
They
They
do.
There's some funny stuff on there, but there's other stuff that's deep. and
Yeah.
it's messing with people's minds on their shape,
Mhm.
size, color. And I saw that, and I thought it was funny, but at the same time, that filter,
Yeah.
it's some serious issues with it.
Because imagine if it was the other way around.
Ooh.
Mm.
Look, listen, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So just to, woo. So
Yeah.
as you know, I do have a confession line that people are calling in, and we're rolling out the confession. So this is the ad for my show.
Okay.
We all have our secret shames. The great thing about the internet is that we can hide behind a screen and say things that we would never say in a face-to-face conversation. My show is all about getting it off your chest and owning up to the past wrongs. While confessing hardly takes responsibility for one's actions, the very act of confessing can alleviate feelings of guilt and help people to get on with their lives. Confessing might even make you reflect on your own past transgressions. So, call *67 404 537 0030 to leave your confession. Let the therapy begin. All right, and that's my confession line. So most of my show, of course, is going to be about getting guests on here and to have great conversations. But I have a confession line that calls are coming in. I'm trying to see how I want to roll out. I haven't quite figured it out yet because I'm having so much fun talking to my guests. I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get into my confession. So I appreciate you coming, G.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
fast. You said, I'll do it. You committed. You showed up. I thank you so much for.
No, thank you for having me. It was real fun. Did you
enjoy yourself?
Yeah, this will probably not be the last time we do this. So yeah.
Yes, come back.
Yeah. So, loved it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So you enjoy your evening, and to my viewers, until next time, the Christine Love Show.
See y'all.